In just another word, Jerusalem could be an ideal place where the people of across the faith living together. One side you have the Arab colony, other side you have the Christian colony, and majority of course the Jews. The epicenter of this controversy begins here at Jerusalem, where the Muslims believe that thousands of years ago the Al-Aqsa Mosque was built up. Jews believe it is the temple, it was built up 2000 years ago, whereas the Christians believe it is their church. And amidst of all the belief and faith, the people are dividing by community, living in a different colonies which are named by Arab colonies, which are named by Christian colonies, and which are named by Jewish colonies. Now we see, as the Palestine believes, the Jerusalem, it has to be capital. Also the Muslim countries like Turkey also supporting it, whereas Israel has already made Jerusalem its capital and now being recognized by the world. The epicenter, Jerusalem, is the key factor of war between Palestine and Israel from many decades. व्हाट्सएप कॉल बंद किया हुआ है जानबूझ के, ताकि क्योंकि वो नहीं लैंडलाइन से, जब भी कॉल आएगा तो लैंडलाइन से.
Instead of briars, myrtles. This will be for I am's renown, an everlasting sign that will endure forever. If you trust in Yeshua, if you believe Elohim, then he will give you the same faithful love that he promised to David. This is the promise of Israel's God.
Or Solomon in Armenia.
Simon is joining me. Simon, you are an Israeli resident?
Yes.
We are seeing a kind of war in a southern region. Hamas attacked last Saturday on Israel, Israel retaliating, responding. Is there any way out that you think that probably there could be a peace in this region?
Yeah, there's always hope for peace in every place. The question is how you look at the things going around. So yeah, I do believe there's always hope for peace.
This one town of Jerusalem, where you have people living of all faith, we have a Christian living here, we have a Jews living here, we have Muslims living here, but still there is a fight.
Yeah, this is the human nature. From the first day human beings were created, wars, there were always wars all around. So the question is very general, why there's a war. As human beings, we always do wars, but it doesn't matter that all human beings feel the same or act the same. So as you mentioned, if there will be peace, I do believe. Because if you don't believe there's a peace, there's no taste of
How
living.
does this situation affect you as an individual or as a citizen of the nation?
Well, it affects everyone. It affects everyone badly. No one wants war. Everyone wants peace at the end. Everyone wants, they want to live in their country. They want to live in peace. And the most important thing is to live as a human being. And the minimum requirements of human beings, that's the only thing everyone needs, I think. It doesn't matter, Muslims, Christians, Jews, it doesn't matter. Even if they don't believe in anything, we should, first of all, give hope for humanity. That's it in general.
I need some cutaways.
Go in the old city.
Where? Do I walk?
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah, well, go after him.
What's your name?
Aaron.
Aaron. Aaron, I need to understand in a city like Jerusalem, where you have a population of mixed Christian, Muslims, and Jews, of course, living together. Why is there so much conflict, or you think this conflict is man-made? Please say your name.
I'm Sharon.
Sharon, what is Shabbat and why it is so, specious and holy for the Jewish community?
The Shabbat is, in the Bible, the beginning of the Bible, the Genesis. It's God created the world and 7 days stop. So it's Sabbath. Like it's Shabbat is like stopping any action. So that's the meaning of this word Shabbat. And it's the once a week the Jews stop doing working and basically this day is dedicated to family, to study, to the prayer, to synagogue, and friends. And specifically, so it's a recurrence that we have once a week, okay? But specifically last week, it was also Shabbat, and it was also Simchat Torah, which is also one of the most important holidays for Jews. It's like the day that we finish to read all the Torah, our sacred scripture, and we start again for the next year. And that specific day, as you know, at 6 in the morning, the Hamas started this attack. And, only one day before, we commemorated 50 years since the Kippur War, So 50 years and 1 day ago, Egypt and Syria attacked Israel on one of the most holiest place in the dates in the Jewish calendar, in Kippur. And this week, we had the same situation, the same surprise attack, much worse.
Do you believe that Jerusalem is one of the जेरूशलम दुनिया का लगभग वो हिस्सा या वो शहर मानिए इजराइल का कि जहां 3 धर्मों के लोग एक साथ रहते हैं। यहाँ ईसाई भी हैं, यहाँ ज्यूस भी हैं, यहूदी भी हैं, तो यहाँ अरब देशों के मुसलमान भी हैं। दावा दरअसल जेरूशलम की अल-अक्सा मस्जिद को लेकर के ये रहा। ईसाई कहते हैं कि दरअसल ये तो ये एक चर्च है। अब जो यहूदी हैं ये मानते हैं कि दरअसल ये वेस्ट वॉल है, ये वेस्टर्न वॉल है, और इसकी जो यादें हैं वो अब्राहम के बेटे आइजाक से जुड़ी हुई हैं। तो मुसलमान मानते हैं कि दरअसल अल अक्सा जो मस्जिद है वो हजारों साल पहले यही बनी थी, और ये एक ऐसी जगह है कि मस्जिद के भीतर जहां मुसलमान प्रार्थना करते हैं, नमाज अदा करते हैं, तो उसके ठीक बाहर ये जो वेस्ट गेट का आप किनारा वेस्टर्न वॉल देख रहे हैं, इसके किनारे अंदरूनी जगह पर वहां पर जो यहूदी हैं वो प्रार्थना करते हैं। तो जो चर्च का हिस्सा है उसके प्रति ईसाइयों की आस्था है। लेकिन इसके बावजूद भी भले इस छोटे से पॉकेट में कभी हिंसा की वारदात ना रही हो, लेकिन इस एक जगह को लेकर के विवाद का केंद्र ऐसा बना है कि लड़ाई देखिए पूरे इजराइल में छिड़ी है, और इजराइल की लड़ाई सीधे सीधे फिलिस्तीन को छिड़ी है। फिलिस्तीन चाहता है कि दरअसल यरूशलेम को उसकी राजधानी मान ली जाए, क्योंकि अल अक्सा मस्जिद जो है वो यहाँ पर है। तो इजराइल पहले से ही यरूशलेम को अपनी राजधानी बना चुका है। ये वो जगह है जो फिलिस्तीन और इजराइल के बीच युद्ध का केंद्र है।
So is my word that goes forth from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but it will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. You will go out in joy. You will be led forth in peace. The mountains and hills will
Please, I need to record the cutaway.
If you need contact with the survivors of
I
the,
want
and
to. I want to.
I will send it to you, okay? In a while. I don't have battery now.
No problem. Traditionally, and as per faith and religion, from evening itself, it is the time of Shabbat. It is believed the 7th day in Israel. Most of the busiest roads, markets, whole city, everything wears a deserted look. Where the Muslims offer prayer in the morning at the Al-Aqsa Mosque, by evening it is the Shabbat. And then there's the Shabbat night. Last week, when Hamas escalated attack, it potentially realized that police and entire force was relaxed, and that's exactly they chosen the day of very early morning. Often says barrage of rocket in southern Israel killed more than 1,000 innocent Israelis, including women, children, and the soldiers. And now the Israel Defense Forces is retaliating aggressively in Gaza Patti against Hamas terror group. शबात का दिन दरअसल शुक्रवार की शाम से शुरू हो जाता है और ज़्यादातर यहूदी पूजा प्रार्थना करने के लिए घरों में या मंदिरों के आसपास चले जाते हैं और सड़कों पर बिल्कुल ऐसा ही वीराना सन्नाटा पसर जाता है जैसा कि कभी और दिनों पे यहाँ देखने को नहीं मिलेगा। ये बेहद चहल पहल वाला इलाका है। आप समझिए कि ये दरअसल जो द्वार हैं अल मस्जिद के बाहर उन्हीं में से एक है और इसीलिए मशहूर आई लव जेरूशलम का बैनर यहाँ पर है। लेकिन इसी का फायदा आतंकियों ने उठाया पिछले सप्ताह जब उन्होंने शबत के ठीक अगले दिन तड़के सुबह भयानक हमले किए। हजारों रॉकेट दागे जिसके चलते 1000 से भी ज्यादा मासूम इजरायली नागरिकों की मौत हो गई।
Oh, in the drill, yeah.
To believe in it now for the forgiveness of sins to be reconciled back to God.
Hashem HaMashiach. There is one, only one.
Yes,
only one.
he came
Only one. Only
Why-
one God.
Why is there a difference?
Only one
Why
is
is there a
God.
difference
Only
between
one.
two communities?
Only one.
Yeshua.
Don't say. Think there will be peace or harmony sooner or later between the Muslims and the Jews here in Israel?
We are facing really challenging time. You know, this is the darkest hour of Israel, absolutely, since the beginning of all the creation of this country. There is no doubt about this. The country is collapsing, more or less. I mean, the civil society is shocked. But on the other side, there is a lot of help. People organize themselves to help each other. So the resilience is still doing something. But, you know, we are just at the beginning, because Israel probably will enter with the ground operation, and at the same time we have the probability that Hezbollah from Lebanon will also enter the war and start launching something like over 150,000 missiles, long-term missiles that can really destroy every point in Israel. So we are just at the beginning of this drama, and we hope that India also can be on the side of Israel, and of course on the side of peace. Of course, everybody would like to have a solution, peaceful solution, but I don't think we can talk about that now.
अब आप जो पीछे सुनहरा गुंबद देख रहे हैं, दरअसल ये अल अक्सा मस्जिद है, और इसके ठीक बगल में जो आप ये निचला हिस्सा देख रहे हैं, दरअसल यही पश्चिमी वॉल है, वेस्टर्न वॉल जिसे कहा जाता है। अब सोचिए कि ये प्रांगण एक ही है, प्रांगण के अंदर एक सुनहरा गोला है, जिसको जो मुस्लिम समाज है वो कहते हैं कि हमारी मस्जिद है और सदियों पुरानी है। वो मोहम्मद पैगंबर साहब के साथ इसको जोड़ते हैं। लेकिन ये जो वेस्टर्न वॉल का हिस्सा है, इसके आसपास कई सारा पुराना स्ट्रक्चर भी है। तो यहूदी कहते हैं कि दरअसल ये 2000 साल पुराना उनका मंदिर है, यहाँ उनके मंदिर हुआ करते थे, और जो जायनिस्ट हैं, यहूदी हैं, वो इसकी पूजा करते हैं, वो इसे पवित्र दीवार मानते हैं, और इसीलिए दरअसल यरूशलेम पर यहूदी और मुसलमान दोनों अपना कब्जा जमाते हैं। अब फिलिस्तीन ये कहता है कि चूंकि इसी को राजधानी बनानी चाहिए, क्योंकि वो उनका मक्का मदीना के बाद तीसरा सबसे पवित्र स्थल है। लेकिन यहूदी कहते हैं कि चूंकि उनका सबसे पुराना पवित्र मंदिर यहाँ पर है, इसलिए यरूशलेम उनका है। ये जो लड़ाई है इजराइल और फिलिस्तीन की, उसके विवाद का केंद्र ठीक मेरे पीछे दिखाई दे रहा है। दरअसल इस समय घड़ी में रात के सिर्फ 8:30 बज रहे हैं, और जेरूशलम में भी रात आम दिनों में इसी समय जवान होती थी। लेकिन जब से तनाव बढ़ा है, जब से युद्ध का माहौल है, तब से लगभग सारी दुकानें शाम को बंद हो जाती हैं, शबत की रात को दरअसल होता ये है कि आप मेरे दाईं तरफ जो देख रहे हैं, इस तरफ में जो ज्यूज हैं, यहूदी हैं, उनकी दुकान है, और इस तरफ जो है अरब देशों के रहने वाले या मुस्लिम समाज की दुकानें हैं। तनाव बढ़ने के चलते जेरूशलम में स्थिति ना खराब हो, यहूदियों के साथ साथ शबत की रात को जो अरब देशों के लोग हैं वो भी अपनी दुकानें बंद रखते हैं, और इसके अलावा भी आमतौर पर रातों को दुकानें बंद हो रही हैं। उससे भी बड़ी बात यह है कि शनिवार को जब से ये सब शुरू हुआ उसके बाद से ही जेरूशलम में ज्यादातर दुकानें, प्रतिष्ठान बंद ही रहे हैं। लोग अपने घरों में रह रहे हैं या फिर शहर छोड़ करके दूसरे जगहों पर चले गए हैं। हर किसी को लगता है कि अगर तनाव बढ़ेगा तो कहीं जेरूशलम में हालात और ज्यादा खराब ना हो जाएं, क्योंकि यहाँ पर मिश्रित आबादी रहती है। शुक्रवार की शाम से दरअसल यहूदियों के लिए शबत की शुरुआत हो जाती है, और शबात के ही ठीक अगले दिन पिछले हफ्ते बड़ा हमला जो किया गया वो हमास की ओर से किया गया, और इसी के बाद इजराइल का गुस्सा जो था वो 7वें आसमान पर चला गया कि उन्होंने जानबूझकर एक ऐसा दिन चुना जब पूरा देश एक अलग धार्मिक भावनाओं से ओतप्रोत होते हुए एक अलग उत्साह में था। वो पूरी तरह रिलैक्स हो चुका था और उसे ये अंदाजा नहीं था कि दुश्मन उसकी इस कमजोरी को भांप रहा है और वो वही दिन चुनेगा हमला करने के लिए। और उसके बाद क्या हुआ वो पूरी दुनिया देख रही है।
Back to God. He's coming back soon. Zechariah 14 says God himself will stand on the Mount of
What's your name?
Karin.
Karina.
Yeah. No,
So-
Karin.
Karine,
Yeah.
being a Christian living in Jerusalem, where you are seeing a lot of conflict, what does it feel being a Christian at the moment now, and you see things around you?
I feel a lot of fear, sadness about people dying, and
From both sides.
from both sides.
Yeah. We are for the peace, of course, and the question is why this is happening. We just want to live in peace with everyone. We don't want innocent people to get killed from any side. That's it.
Karina, any other message from you?
No, that's it.
I'm a journalist from India.
Jerusalem belongs to God, not to man.
Which God? Is it the Al-Aqsa
The God of Israel,
And who's that?
Jehovah.
Jehovah. So, who does this Jerusalem belongs to? Is it the Christian, it is the Jews, or it is the Muslims?
None. Belongs to God.
Divided into several communities, Jews societies, Arab societies, and then Christian complex.
The old city, is 1 square kilometer only. That's it. Okay, and inside you have something like 40,000 people living there. Most of them are Muslims, like almost 27,000 people are Muslim, and the others are Jews, Christians, all the different denominations of Christianity, and Armenians. There are 4 neighborhoods. Okay, and actually I'm coming now from the old city. I was also reporting from there. And it's desert, basically, the city, which is quite shocking, but and people are sad. And I spoke with many vendors and people, just living there. And actually, when you talk to person, Muslim, Christians, one-on-one, Armenians, I just spoke with everybody. They say different stuff that maybe you can. I'm not sure they would say the same thing on the record. Because some of them are afraid of the criticism of the society, of the Palestinian society, if they identify themselves with the Jews, and even if they only want to condemn the barbarian attack that was perpetrated by Hamas on Saturday, that's not given for granted.
इस पवित्र शहर जेरूसलम से प्यार तो सभी को है और इसीलिए इस आई लव जेरूसलम के आसपास सेल्फी लेने वालों की कमी नहीं होती है। लेकिन वो प्यार दरअसल धीरे धीरे ऐसी दुश्मनी में बदल चुका है, ऐसी खाई में बदल चुका है कि चाहे वो यहूदी हों, अरब देशों के नागरिक हों या फिर क्रिश्चियन हों, एक दूसरे के साथ उनका सामंजस्य बिगड़ चुका है, एक दूसरों के साथ रिश्ते खराब हो चुके हैं। अरब समर्थक या मुस्लिम जितने यहाँ पर रहते हैं उसमें ज़्यादातर फिलिस्तीन समर्थक बहुत सारे हैं जो यहाँ पर रहते हैं। तो ऐसे में जो यहूदी हैं उनके साथ अक्सर उनकी टकराहट होती है और ये टकराहट दशकों पुरानी है और उसी का नतीजा हम देख रहे हैं जो गजा पट्टी और इजराइल के बीच सीधे युद्ध की स्थिति तक आ चुका है।
No, there was a moment at the funeral where we were all screaming. Who started that screaming?
There is conflict in Jerusalem because Jerusalem has abandoned God.
Why?
Jerusalem was wayward for a long time.
And sing, you understand? So it's gonna be very, very emotional. So I suggest you to go now.
I just want to make your few profile videos for the story.
It's fine. Okay. That's it.
Control over Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque.
This is what the Hamas, this is how Hamas call is war. Okay, it's to defend Al-Aqsa. It's always, this is the narrative, but I don't think it's the reason. I mean, of course, it's very important, but the main claim that is done by the Palestinians all the time is that the Jews, the Israelis, are trying to harm and to harass the Al-Aqsa mosque. While, the Al-Aqsa is, under the Al-Aqsa before there was the Temple of Solomon and Temple of Herod, so it's a very important, it's the holiest place for Judaism. Okay, so now Israel has sovereignty since '67 on that part of the city, which was under Jordan, basically for 19 years since 48, and the Israeli let the Muslim praying there, and also the management of the holy sites for the Muslim is in the hand of the Waqf, the Islamic Waqf, managed by Jordan. So, you know, Israel is not trying to arm it in any way. This is a narrative that is very powerful on social media. It's very important to be aware that it's a fake news, because the Jews are not trying to harass the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Some Jews want to visit that place, some Jews want to pray there, and that's an issue. This is controversy, I understand, because we have a conflict. But from here to say that the Jews are trying to arming Al-Aqsa, this is completely a fake news.
You speak English?